Want a new Ram or Jeep? Bring it. But you have no credit or bad credit? Bring it. We say yes. Yes. Bring it to Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Troy. Right now, save up to $10,000 on Rams and Grand Cherokees. Shop PremierTroy.com. During our Bring It sale. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
A personal touch. A high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
It's a world famous Bring It sale. Yes. Upside down on your vehicle? Bring it. No credit, bad credit? Bring it. To Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Troy. We say yes. Yeah. Pre-owned vehicles just $29 down or $99 a month during our Bring It sale. Nobody beats a Premier deal.
Truly, tonight we have some special guests in the studio. This is Tim Faison. He's the head basketball coach at Charles Henderson High School. Thank you for coming, Tim. We used to be together when we both were at Charles Henderson Middle School. I love being around you. And just a little note, I can remember on December the faculty would play the 8th grade basketball players, boys and girls. And this one particular game, he never missed a shot. He scored about 40-something points and wasn't trying to score. But all of a sudden, thank you for coming to the show. And later on, we're going to have 3 of his seniors on the show. Will be Cody Youngblood, Tay Knox, and Kari Burney will be with us. Mm-hmm. But, Tim, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's get to know Tim Faison a little bit. Your hometown is?
Troy, Alabama.
And you graduated from Charles Henderson what year?
1989.
1989.
1989.
So I got you by about 12 years.
Yeah.
So you're about 50?
50.
50 years old.
50 years old.
Now, middle school basketball, I guess you played middle school basketball. Who was your coach then, Tim?
Reginald Sanders.
Reginald Sanders.
Reginald Sanders, middle school coach.
And then physical education, who all was there when you took...
who was the physical aid?
Was Coach Whitman there?
Coach Whitman. Coach Whitman. That was it. That was it. Coach Whitman.
Okay.
Coach Whitman.
He was the man.
That was him. Coach Whitman.
So your parents, Tim, are
Catherine Faison and Willie James Faison.
Okay. Are they still?
No. Well, my father is passed away. My mother still lives.
Okay. And your siblings are who, Tim?
Ooh. I have 2 brothers, Darren and Junior Faison, and I have 5 sisters: Camille, Kathy, Jean, Sheila, and Glenda.
Okay. And the last 2 weeks, I'm going to name drop some folks. Patrick Jackson was on my show 2 weeks ago. That's your nephew.
That's my nephew.
And he can play some kind of saxophone.
Mm-hmm.
And then last week I had Henry Everett Hindock.
Yeah, Hindock.
You know, and I know they're with
Hindock.
Your sister and her musicals that she does.
Yes,
but
sir.
I've had a pleasure, to have them on the show. Now, do you have any musical?
Oh, no. None at all. I have no musical talent at all.
Okay.
No.
But I guess did all your brothers, did all y'all play athletics or?
Yes, sir.
At Charles Henderson?
Yes, sir. My oldest brother was at Academy Street before they came to Charles Henderson.
Okay.
And then Darren was, of course, at Charles Henderson the whole time.
How much older is he than you?
Darren is 10 years older than me.
Okay. Are you the baby?
I am.
You're the baby.
I'm the baby. I am.
Now, what about your wife and children? Who are they, Tim?
I'm married to Lisa Faison, principal at Charles Henderson High School. We have 4 children: Amber Faison, Melissa Kennedy, Hunter Kennedy, and Zay Faison.
Okay. And you have been, when you graduated from Charles Henderson, what was your story as far as basketball? Where did you go to? Did you go to junior college?
I went to junior college. Actually, Coach Felix suggested that I go to junior college. I played shooting guard, believe it or not, in high school. So he.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
So he suggested I go to junior college and learn how to play point guard.
Okay.
So I went to Patrick Henry Junior College in Monroeville.
Okay.
Which is now, I think, Alabama Southern or something like that. They mixed it up.
And then from there, you came back to
Troy.
Transferred
back to Troy.
So you were there for 2 years and came back to Troy your final 2 years?
Yes, sir.
And now, one of the games that you participated in was the big game, and that was against Life?
DeVry. The 258 game.
258 game. You scored, 12, 14 points?
14.
I knew it was 12 and 14.
14
and,
points.
That was...
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Now, you said David Felix. Mentioned something about David. When I was he came to Goshen and did his internship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, David's about 5'9", and we all thought we could hang with him. Mm-hmm. We could shut him down. Mm-hmm. All he would do was just step back, step back.
Yeah.
We couldn't get near him. It was unbelievable.
Coach Felix could
of course,
shoot.
I saw him play with Carl Hollis and Marvin Sales when they were Troy State University, the Kings of the Gulf South Conference.
Yeah.
And actually, he's the head coach now, I think, at Freeport High School.
High School.
There was a big tournament there that they hosted every year. I think they've hosted it 27 years. But I guess when I first came to Charles Henderson, his son Drew, Malcolm Battles, and
Corey King
were
Dante Frazier.
They went to Deveridge. Was he on that team?
Yeah, Jonathan was a younger kid on that team. Yeah,
and went to the Final Four.
Yeah.
I believe lost to John Carroll.
Yes,
maybe.
Sir.
Now, when you played high school basketball, who were some of your teammates?
Johnny Hooten, Keith Starks, Ernest Owsley, Reginald Wright, Charles Watson. I don't know if you remember Charles Watson. Tim Barnes.
Okay.
So.
Let me ask you a question.
Coach Tuff, obviously.
Oh, Shelby was there?
Yeah, Shelby was there.
Are y'all the same age?
No, I'm a year.
You're older?
Shelby, yeah, I'm a year.
All right, let me ask you this. That team, 17 years old, you're juniors, seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Against that team. Could y'all run them out the gym?
Oh, my goodness. I tell them every day. I tell them every day. It would have been ugly.
I believe
they don't believe me, but I try to persuade them.
Okay, I believe it. But anyway, it'd be. I know when.
Oh yeah, it would be a good. It would be a good game actually.
Yeah,
they could hang for about a quarter maybe.
Well, let's see. Now, your coaching career, when you left Troy University, when did you begin your coaching career as an assistant?
Oh my God. I'm thinking Coach Hollis, the year we went to state, the last year we went to state, 2000, what was that, 2000, with Raheem Barnes, Fabian Lewis.
I remember those guys. I
Yeah.
had them in the middle school.
Jason Swanson. So with that group, I started maybe a year, 2 years before that group went to state.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is that, 2008 maybe?
Okay. So you've been an assistant at Charles Henderson all that time?
Yeah, I was with Coach Hollis. I forget up to 2000 and maybe championship in 13 maybe.
Okay.
So I was with Coach Hollis like 5 or 6 years, and then I took a break.
Okay.
And I had realized I was done coaching, and then Coach Tuck, once he got the, got the job, he's like, asked me would I help him. I was like, man, of course. And that's, he really was the one that sort of talked me back into it.
Right. I last year, I believe I did a game when Charles Henderson played Pike County, and it was during COVID, and nobody could be in the gym except the players, the coaches, but y'all allowed the TV crew to be there. Yeah. We did both the JV game and the varsity game, and I was so impressed by both teams, Pike County High and Charles Henderson High School, the JV and the varsity, and this is your first year as the head coach.
First year.
And some of your players here on your roster, Coach, and if I don't pronounce the name right, we got Cameron Berry.
Yes.
Is he, let's talk about him just for a minute. Is he a senior?
Big Cam senior.
Okay.
Senior, 6'5", senior.
Cameron Berry is 6'5"?
Yeah.
Now? I have got to watch that. I mean, he just must have grown.
Yeah. He's always been big, but he's probably legit 6'5".
Okay. And Jawan Boyd is a sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah.
He's a lefty.
Lefty, yeah.
Jakarian Burney.
Yep, senior.
And Tyler Carlton.
Tyler's a junior.
MJ Horn.
Senior.
Now, has he always been through?
No, MJ came from, what was it, Dale County.
Oh, Dale County.
If I'm not mistaken.
And he's a senior, too?
Yeah, he's a senior.
What about Tay Knox?
Tay, yeah, he's a senior.
He'll be with us in a few minutes. He's a senior. Cameron Owsley. That may be who I'm thinking about. Cameron. He's kind of a stocky. He's stocky.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Little Cam.
Okay.
What we call him.
Little Cam.
Yeah.
And he's a senior?
He's a senior.
Okay. Back Presswood.
Yeah, Noah is a senior.
He's a senior. He was injured last year, I believe, playing Highland Home.
Yep.
And he's got
he's back.
A couple more brothers hanging around here and there. Corey Robinson.
Yeah.
Is
he a senior?
He's a senior. So you're a senior-laden team, it sounds like.
Very senior.
And Akevius Shorts.
Senior.
Another senior. Jaden Spearman.
Yep, Jaden. He's 11th grader.
11th grader.
Junior.
Trent Ware.
Trent is a senior.
Okay. DJ Wheeler.
Senior.
Another senior. And Cody Youngblood.
Senior.
Another senior. So how many non-seniors do we have?
3.
3 non-seniors.
3.
So you're a senior laden, and we're 12-4. And I've got the games. I'll just run over these real quick, Tim. First game we lost to Parks Crossing, 73-64. Then we played Pinson Valley. That's in the Birmingham area.
Yeah.
61-57. Then we defeated Carroll 77-54. Beat Barber County 81-25. Clay Chalkville, I believe it's a 6A school, 67-52. Mountain Brook lost by 3 to them, 62-59. Spanish Fort, another big old boys school, won that game 84-81. And we defeated Barber County 86-44. Then we defeated Lovejoy, big school out of Georgia, in a tournament. Where was that tournament, Coach?
Actually it was a memorial game.
Okay.
We recognized Keith and Anthony Starks, 2 brothers that played at Charles Henderson that have passed away.
Okay.
So actually that was a game that was supposed to have been played when Maury was in school, because they have a great girls team.
Okay.
And they have one of the top girls team in the state of Georgia. So that was a game originally that was supposed to be played when Maury was here. So
yeah, was that played in Troy?
Yes.
That was played in Troy. So we defeated Lovejoy 53-47. Defeated Lee out of Montgomery 76-68. Defeated Dothan by 2, 76-74. Charles Henderson defeated Cottonwood 77-47. Defeated Smith Station, I believe they're 6 or 7A. Defeated them 94-65. And we lost in the Eufaula tournament. Was that the finals?
Championship game, yes.
Lost to Eufaula 85-76, and they've only lost 1 game this year. And they're one of the best teams. Are they 6A?
They number 1 team in the state right now.
And Carver and Montgomery, we defeated them 92-69. And then we defeated Lanier, was our last game, 65-47. We have a big game this Thursday night in Luverne, Alabama. And we'll play the Luverne Tigers, and the girls will play
JV.
The JV boys.
Yeah, JV play.
What time will that game start?
4:30.
4:30, and then the girls will follow immediately after that.
Yeah, varsity.
And then it'll be followed by the varsity
Yes,
boys.
sir.
Now, school starts for Charles Henderson for the kids
Wednesday, I believe.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. So the kids be back in school, and Laverne's just a short trip down the road.
Yeah.
Coach, on the rest of your schedule, I think you're going to open up with a region play next week, Tuesday at Greenville, and then we play away at Andalusia that Friday,
Yeah.
and then got Vestavia Hills, then Carroll, then Greenville, then Andalusia, then Luverne again, then Pike County. But you got another tournament coming up in Attala. That's
Yeah.
in the Birmingham metro area.
Yeah, close to Jack State up there.
Okay, Jacksonville
Yeah.
State. So in our region, we have Greenville, Andalusia, and Charles Henderson.
Yes, sir.
And the top team will host the region
Yeah, the area.
area. The area. So number 2 will play 3,
Yeah.
and then the winner
Will
of that
play-
game will play the
yeah.
winner of the area champion, and
Yeah.
that winner or loser will
Go-
advance.
Yeah, to the sub region.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will the sub region will the region champion host again?
Yeah.
Okay.
The area champ hosts the first game of the sub region.
Okay. Well, Coach, let's take a quick commercial, then we'll come back with Coach Face, and we'll ask him a few more questions, then we'll bring his players on. We'll be back after these messages with good news interviews. We'll be back with Tim Faison.
Want a new Ram or Jeep? Bring it. But you have no credit or bad credit? Bring it. We say yes. Bring it to Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Troy. Right now, save up to $10,000 on Rams and Grand Cherokees. Shop PremierTroy.com during our Bring It sale. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
It's a world famous Bring It sale. Yes. Upside down on your vehicle? Bring it. No credit, bad credit? Bring it. To Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Troy. We say yes. Pre-owned vehicles since $29 down or $99 a month during our Bring It sale. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Welcome back to Good News and Interviews. I'm Forrest Lee, and our guest tonight is Tim Faison. Tim is the head basketball coach at Charles Henderson High School, and right now we're having a 12-4 year, and we got a big game Thursday night in Luverne. It's a non-area game, and then our first area game will be in Greenville on Tuesday night this of next week. Mm-hmm. But on Thursday, the JV boys will play about 4:30, followed by the varsity girls and then the varsity boys. Let's talk real quick about the varsity girls there. They're having a pretty good year. I believe both of us are in the top 10 in 5A basketball. And I don't think they played as many games as we have they?
They haven't. They haven't.
And, but they'll open up, play again Thursday night. I know they're anxious to get back on the court.
Yeah.
Coach, I was going to ask you, as a coach and as a teacher, what are some of the challenges that you face as a coach and as a teacher?
Wow. I guess as a teacher, just making sure the students are okay with everything that's going on.
Right.
You know, it's really about making sure their mental well-being is there.
Mm-hmm.
For me, and that's the most important thing.
Right.
Is making sure that mentally they're there and they're focused with everything that's going on, giving them an outlet to be able to communicate, talk, and just have some sense of normalcy once they come in my classroom.
Now, what do you teach?
Government and economics.
Okay, government economics, and then, of course, do you have any other sport responsibility besides basketball?
No, not at
Just
this time.
yeah.
Just basketball.
And another thing I was going to ask you, you know, you're the new head coach. This is your first year.
Yeah.
As far as anybody that you would like to thank, as far as just a general person or people that Monday through Friday, you know, who's there for Tim Faison as a person, as a teacher, as a coach, you know, that you see on a daily basis, or?
Well, I mean, I would have to go back and really, in terms of coaching, go back to when my brother even played, you know, Coach McCracken, you know, going to those games, watching Coach McCracken, obviously Coach McCarter, then Coach Griffin, Coach Hollis, Coach Tuck, Coach Branson. You know, I learned, I think, a little bit from, you know, I have to thank all of them because all of them have sort of poured into me, allowed me to sort of learn under them, and so made it easy. The transition has been, you know, really easy, but on a daily basis, you know, my wife, a lot of people don't know she's a big time basketball star in Canada.
In Canada.
Like, they won, and she reminds me, they won 60-something games in a row.
Did she play at Georgia Southern? Where did she play college?
She played in Canada.
Oh, she played in
Yeah,
Canada.
she
High
played
school and college?
High school
Okay.
and college. And and she let me know they won 3 championships, 3 undefeated seasons. Her
Okay.
sister will be down here next month to rub it in my face some more. She played too. But them, Edward Upshaw, that works at the high school.
Mr. Upshaw.
Mr. Upshaw, that's my
Okay.
main man.
Yeah.
You know, he gonna see in a lot of basketball. He's been there. He's somebody I talk to every day.
He can get fired up just talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. You know, you remind me of Coach. You remind me of Coach Whitman so much.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, Coach Upshaw, Mr. Upshaw is there. I have a friend that I played junior college basketball, Carl Butler, that follows, you know, us. I get on the phone with him. He watches all our games. He was my roommate in college.
Where's
so
he from?
He's from Selma.
Selma.
Yeah,
Okay.
when they won the state championship, Southside Selma back in the days.
Okay.
So I played with him, and he's somebody I talk to on a regular basis about basketball.
Right. And then, you know, you were coached by David Felix,
Yes,
Maestri,
Maestri.
Don Maestri,
yes.
and your junior college coach, who
Terry
was-
Sellers.
Terry Sellers.
Yes, so.
Is he still living?
Yes, he
Terry-
is. We
Is he
just
still
had-
coaching?
He's not coaching.
Yeah.
He's retired, but all of them, you know, I'm so thankful for all the coaches that I had, especially, you know, Maestri and Felix.
Right.
What they did for me, bringing me back to Troy, and then just allowing me the opportunity, you know. I have them to, you know, even think for how I think about basketball.
You know, it's been a while since Troy's had a player from Charles Henderson to play it. I don't know who the last one, who all has played at Troy University from Charles Henderson? Tim and your brother.
My brother, Roman Richardson, back in the days before my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, Cecil McBride, David Williams played.
Is that
Will Green played for a little while.
Okay.
Will played.
McBride. Who's his son? Is it
Cecil, yeah, Richard.
Richard
Yeah,
McBride?
yeah, Richard is his son. You know, you had, again, who else? Recently, we had, you know, Coach Tuck's son.
Yeah.
Jalen.
Jalen was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Jalen played.
And
a
just
little bit.
graduated.
Yeah.
I call it tasseling out. He tasseled out.
So he was the last Troy player that we had. But hopefully, you know, they snooping around. We'll see what happens.
yeah.
We'll see what
Well,
happens.
let's talk about your team, Coach Faison. let's talk about the chemistry of your team and the things that have been positive for you thus far this year.
Well, first of all, I have a great group of young men. That's the first thing. That's what makes it easy. When you have a great group of guys that, they're humble, they want to learn, they come to practice, willing to work. I put them through a lot, I think, mentally. I think physically we have everything you could ask for. From a physical standpoint, it's just the mental aspect of the game. And then a new approach to how we play at a much faster pace. Sort of taking some of the stuff we used at Troy and adapting it to a high school level, that's a challenge. But it's just a great group of young men. Like, you just enjoy being around them, They've changed. I've seen them grow up so much from last year. Right. And that's just been for me, that's been the best part.
Well, when I talked to you earlier about coming on the show, we had talked, I think, last week, and you had a game.
Yeah.
And so I called you midday about coming tonight, and you agreed. And I said, now, Coach, if you want to bring some of your players, you're more than welcome to. We got 3 that'll be on in a little bit, Cody, Tay, and Kari.
Yeah.
And the first thing that impressed me when they walked in the door, they're all dressed nicely. They have a shirt and a bow tie on, and they all look, I mean, they're just clean cut.
That's Coach Hollis.
That's Coach Hollis.
That's Coach Hollis right there. I'm just saying, self-respect, the way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself, it means a lot.
And it's 24/7 if you're at school, if you're on the basketball court, if you're at home, in the city of Troy or wherever you are, you're representing your family, your friends, your school, and your coaches and your parents, and that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
And, 20, 30 years down the road, they're going to think of Tim Faison, and we're off to a good start. And, by the teams that you played some pretty powerful schools that are giving you some, you take some bumps and bruises, but when you're playing against the best this time of year, you hope it pays off as you go on.
And that was it. We had some great games scheduled, and then once we were trying to fill out our schedule, like we couldn't find any smaller teams to play. So I just okay, we'll front load the schedule, and let's go out here and play some of the better teams in the state. Like, we've played already 6 of the top 25 teams in the state.
Right.
And I think that's going to help us. I think that's what's going to help us, because now we know we can play with anybody.
Right.
Like, we play Eufaula, Mount Brook have both been ranked number 1. I think Vestavia right now is ranked number 5.
Right.
Park Crossing is ranked number 12. Pinson Valley is ranked number 25 in the whole state.
Right.
And we beat Spanish Fort. We beat Clay Chalkville. So we've beaten some good teams. Dothan.
And you hung tight with Eufaula.
And we hung tight. That's a tough place to play. They have some great players, great coaches. So, but we felt good about what we were at the end of the game, and we learned a lot. That's the most important thing.
Coach, who are your coaches on the varsity in JV at Charles Henderson?
Okay, I have at the middle school that came up, Coach Reggie Griffin came up to help out varsity, and then JV we have Coach Marquise Hornsby. He's a football coach, and then Coach Khadijah Neely, the head softball coach. Has been helping. So
she's been on the show. She's a superstar as a person. Teacher and a coach.
So
she is a superstar.
So she's been doing a fantastic job. And then we stole Thad Frazier from Pike County.
Okay.
So their assistant coach. So Thad came, he was part of their championship run when they won the championship. So I thought having him and somebody that has navigated that championship role would add some value to our staff this year. So having Thad has been a blessing.
Right. Now, we talked off the set earlier, Coach, that right now when Troy City goes back to school, we'll be under the mask protocol. And right now, fans can go to the games. And it's highly recommended that they wear a mask because of what's going on. Let's talk a little bit real quick about Cynthia Thomas. And, she's our superintendent. And I know.
Miss Thomas, she's just, what can I say? She's wonderful. She's great. I think having her, back in the program and just, Troy City School is just tremendous. the way she cares about the people involved, and the way she cares about the program from a academic standpoint.
Right.
Because that was the first thing she said, Coach, facing, you know I want to win ball games, but I want to make sure that these young men, you know, graduate. Hopefully we can get them to college and they become, you know, productive people. So that's what we've been focusing on really outside of basketball a lot. So Ms. Thomas, like I said, just having someone that's supportive of that area to go along with my wife, who's very big on academics, I think, and just them being better people.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll mention this too. You know, when I think of Charles Henderson on the rise and getting to the mountaintop, Quinn Hambright, you know, he's been on the show, and I've been around Quinn, you know, Wednesdays, and, you know, I can only think of positive things to say about Quinn Hambright. And when you say, my favorite thing about Tim Faison is your demeanor, and you appear to be calm and collective, but I can only imagine. Now, if I were a 14-year-old kid, I'd want to play with Tim Faison, and Coach, I'd probably lead the team in scoring because I'd score a lot of points warming up.
Hey, as long as you can shoot it. As long as you can shoot it. Hey.
Before the game, I'd lead the team in scoring.
As long as it go in. That's all that matters. As long as it goes in, man, we're fine.
Yeah. Well, hey, Jim, and Tim, is anything you'd like to add? Or
No, I just want to thank the fans, like the community, for all the support. The city of Troy has been great. The students have been great. You know, all the teachers, administrators, just everybody that's came out, supported us. You know, my first year, it's been some on-the-job learning. It's been an experience, but again, I'm just happy to be given the opportunity by Ms. Thomas to try to impact these young men's lives and hopefully do something that's never been done at Charles Henderson on the boys' side. You know, the girls have done it twice, so hopefully, you know.
Yeah. Well, it starts Thursday night.
Hey.
We'll play the Tigers of Luverne.
It starts.
And I'm going to have to go to that game and have my little pregame meal at the Chicken Shack.
Oh, my goodness.
They're one of our sponsors.
I know that's right.
And I love the Chicken Shack.
Me too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Tim Faison with the head coach at Charles Henderson boys basketball. And we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to have Cody Youngblood, Tay Knox, and Kari Burney will be with us. And we'll be back after these messages.
Want a new Ram or Jeep? Bring it. But you have no credit or bad credit? Bring it. We say yes. Yes. Bring it to Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Troy. Right now, save up to $10,000 on Rams and Grand Cherokee. Shop PremierTroy.com during our Bring It sale. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
It's a world famous Bring It sale. Yes. Upside down on your vehicle? Bring it. No credit, bad credit? Bring it. To Premier Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Troy. We say yes. Yeah. Pre-owned vehicles just $29 down or $99 a month during our Bring It sale. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Tree Lee. I have three of the Trojans with us, three of Charles Henderson's basketball players. They're all seniors. On the far end, we have Cody Youngblood, and in the middle, we have Tay Knox, and beside me, we have Kari Burney. Welcome to the show, guys. We'll start with Cody. Cody, now you started playing basketball at the middle school for the Trojans?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what position do you play?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard. What number do we wear?
2.
And who are your parents, Cody?
Jessica Youngblood.
Miss Jessica Youngblood. Have you got siblings, brothers and sisters?
I got a little brother.
What's his name?
King Youngblood.
King?
Yes, sir.
I know King. Now, what grade's King in now?
He's a freshman.
He's a freshman. Does he play any kind of sports?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about, Cody, your favorite subject in school. So he's on the spot now. Y'all start thinking.
I like English.
You like English?
Yeah, I think
well, who's your English teacher?
Miss Neely.
Mrs. Neely?
Yes, sir.
And now, what activities besides basketball are you involved in at Charles Henderson? Any other activities, or at home, or in the community?
Other than basketball, I just be at home playing the game for real.
Okay. Well, any teacher out there that you want to thank, middle school or elementary school, that's had a big impact on your life thus far? Any of your favorite teachers or administrators?
Coach Face.
Coach Faison?
Yes, sir.
What about when you were in the middle school or elementary school?
No, not really.
There's so many you can't think of it. All right, Tay, let's start with you. Tay, what number do we wear?
24.
24, and you're a senior.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you the tallest guy on the court for Charles Henderson?
Yes, sir.
What are you, about 6'7"? 6'7".
Yes, sir.
And then your arms, you have pretty good wingspan too, I imagine. You play probably 6'11" with your arms. Now, Tay, now you grew up in the city of Troy.
Yes, sir.
Who are your parents, Tay?
Shamika Pollard and Marquez Knox.
Shamika Pollard. I believe I taught her in school.
Yeah, I think so.
She's a tall lady too, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So have you got brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got one older brother.
What's his name?
Jaquan Pollard.
Jaquan Pollard. Okay. What's your favorite subject in school?
I like math.
Math.
Yeah.
Okay. Kari, let's see. Kari Burney. And who are your parents?
Alexis Holland and Carl Burney.
Okay. And you're also, have you always gone to Charles Henderson and Troy City schools?
I went to Charles Henderson and I left in 3rd grade. I went to a private school, New Life Christian Academy.
Okay, yeah.
And I came back my 9th grade year.
Okay, that's Willie Tom and Miss Annie
Yes,
Blackman.
Yes, sir.
I graduated high school with those two. Sure did, 1977. Now, the things that, who has been, and any one of y'all can answer this question, I know Coach Hollis has been a tremendous influence in your life, and so far you've had a great year. I know you're taking it one game at a time, but is anybody else that y'all can mention as far as some of the fans or some of your classmates at Charles Henderson that helps and supports the basketball team that you want to mention, or any of the lunchroom staff or custodians or anybody like that you want to say hello to and thank you for what they're doing for Charles Henderson?
I like to thank Miss Betty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Miss Betty.
Yeah, Miss Betty at every game.
Miss Betty. Is she still working or is she retired?
Retired.
Yeah, Miss Betty. Does she go to some of the away games?
She be
Every game.
Every game, Miss Betty. So that's something she looks forward to. And Miss Betty gets you a nice big coat because when you go to Birmingham, you might need it. But I know it's just one game at a time. Anybody besides Miss Betty you want to have a shout out to? Who's y'all scorekeeper? Who keeps the books?
Gabby, Alamino.
Okay. Now, who drives the bus most of the time?
Mr. Will.
Mr. Wheeler. What's his last name?
Will.
Willie.
D'Angelo Willie.
Oh, D'Angelo. Okay. I thought it was, okay, I got you. Mr. D'Angelo Willie. All right. Now, we'll talk about food a little bit. Now, your favorite restaurant in the city of Troy. Start with Cody.
Let's see. I don't know.
All right.
I eat Wendy's all the time.
I like going to
Zaxby's?
Yeah.
I like Flo's.
Flo's. The Flo's Kitchen. That's right off the square. I believe that's on Love Street. And he's a Charles Citizen graduate. What's his first name? I can't call it right now.
I don't know.
Ziad. Yeah. Ziad. That's right.
I didn't know that was first name.
Yeah. Now, what about of the 16 games that y'all played, which team was the toughest team that you played?
I probably feel like it was probably you follow. Like every time we would like try to go on a big run, they'll always like come back with something. And they'll just keep scoring and scoring. We just never caught up with them.
Right. And their loss was a team that y'all lost to. Let's see, I wrote it down somewhere. I believe they lost to Mountain Brook by a few points. They lost by 10 or 15 to Mountain Brook earlier in the year. Now, when you look, of course, both teams will be strong, Andalusia and Greenville. Is there one team that's standing out? Well, do you know how they're doing this year, Greenville and Andalusia, thus far?
I really don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to them Tuesday. Let's talk about Lou Vernon. Now, I can remember Lou Vernon. They at times used to be loaded, regardless of what size they were. And but I was going to mention this to you again. Cody, we have Cody Youngblood on the far end of the table. We have Tay Knox in the middle, and we have Kari Burney beside me. Guys, is there anything that y'all would like to add or mention or invite the fans to your ball games to come support the Trojans? Anything y'all would like to say to you folks out there in the Trojan arena in the area?
I don't know.
What you got, bro?
You like to see everybody shooting the ball, just come watch it.
Yeah, you want to see some excitement, just come to the game. I'm telling you, it's going to be a show every time.
All right, let's go over this real quick. We play Lou Vernon Thursday night. The JV starts at 4:30. JV starts at 4:30, JV boys, followed by the girls, and they are a great team. And then the boys will play somewhere around the 7 o'clock hour. Tuesday, we go to Greenville. Will the JV open up then too, Coach? The JV, this will be Greenville next Tuesday. And then Friday, we play at Andalusia. So next week, we have 2 away games against area opponents, region opponents area. Then we'll play Vestavia Hills away, then Carroll away. Then our next home game will be the 21st day of January at home on a Friday when we open up home against Greenville. So we got about 4 away games before we play at home again. Coach, that Atala tournament again, do you know if that's going to be in January or sometime in January?
It'll be the end of January. It's a Saturday game.
Okay.
And it's a classic. It's just a coach's classic.
Okay. So we do have a game in Atala coming up later on in January. But guys, I want to thank y'all for being on the show. And one thing that I can tell you, they came in the studio just a few minutes earlier before Coach Faison got here, and I've been well impressed by their demeanor and how they carry themselves. And I know Coach Faison is looking forward to tomorrow night, and we're going to take it one game at a time. Guys, I appreciate y'all coming. And ladies and gentlemen, you can see this show on Facebook and on YouTube. And the replays will be on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock, 9 to 10. But guys, thank y'all for coming. And if you look right there, spin those peanuts around there, Tay. Yeah, spin around. These is all three of them. We got plain peanuts, and we got honey roasted, and we got butter toffee. And as a parting gift from the Pike Farmers Co-op, guys, since he's the tallest, I'm gonna let him pick first. And then y'all can have at it. Y'all pick one. But that's a parting gift. And Coach Mason, are you a hot sauce guy or just a steak sauce guy? Well, I tell you what, we got Chimney Rock hot sauce. Compliments of the Chimney Rock Company. You can go to www.chimneyrocksauce.com. Take the lead. And I'm going to give you a bottle of this. This is Bordeaux's Sweet Island natural seasoning that you can get at the Southern Grill and Patio, located on North 39th Street. But they've got all kind of flavors there. But this is for Coach Faison. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have Matt Brown and featuring the Pike Liberal Arts Patriots. And we'll be back after these messages.
Want a new Ram or Jeep? Bring it! But you have no credit or bad credit? Bring it! We say yes! Bring it to Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Troy! Right now, save up to $10,000 on Rams and Grand Cherokees. Shop PremierTroy.com. During our Bring It sale. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody!
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
It's a world famous Bring It sale. Yes. Upside down on your vehicle? Bring it. No credit, bad credit? Bring it. To Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Troy. We say yes. Pre-owned vehicles just $29 down or $99 a month during our Bring It sale. Nobody beats a Premier deal.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is Forrest Lee, and on the show we have Matt Brown, the head coach at Pike Liberal Arts, and his assistant, Coggins Brown, one of his assistants. Welcome to the show, and Matt, thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
And followed on Facebook a little bit through Drew Nelson's mother. We had a great tournament at the, tell me the name of the tournament again.
It was Sandestin Hilton Beach Bash is what it was, yeah.
16 teams from Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, and we got off to a real good start. And let's talk about the tournament, Coach.
Yeah, so obviously the tournament's put on by Coach David Felix, who's at Freeport High School, but was also at Troy University for 30-something years. I believe was at Goshen at one point, correct? He was at Goshen. But yeah, he put the tournament on, and one of my assistants is Billy Jeffcoat. So they kind of got us into the tournament. I kind of went down there, not really sure what was going to happen. There's always kind of been the stigma about private schools playing against big public schools and stuff like that. So we knew we were in for a real challenge. We played Forsyth Central first. They're a 7A team out of Georgia. Come out and got a big win there. Turned around, played Navarre out of Florida. They're a 6A team out of Florida, and came out of that game. We ended up winning by about 10 that one. Then the next game we had we played William Blount High School. They're a 6A out of Tennessee. Actually, we had a little excitement. We had a buzzer beater in that game. I'm sure that's still on Facebook. Yeah, Coach Cross from Troy, his son Austin. We drew up a play. Austin, maybe not executed the way we drew it up, but hey, it still worked. So that was all we're looking for. And then we played. Breathitt County is the name of it.
Breathitt County out of Kentucky.
Out of Kentucky, yes. And they are some really good basketball players. We had a lead late in the game. All of the credit to them. They come down and knocked a lot of big shots down. Highly contested shots, but that's the game.
They had one kid about 6'8". He looked like a big old string bean.
Yeah, they had a 6'8" kid. They had a freshman who was ranked in the top 150 guards in the country. Number 14, he was a really good ball player, and we had a tie ball game, and we won on a buzzer beater, got beat on a buzzer beater. We stopped their first two options, and the third option caught it and then turned, fall out of bounds, and fired it up, and that's basketball. Right. Gives away, gives and takes. So.
Hey Dustin, if you can, show some of those pictures of the tournament, if you can. I don't know what you.
That's the bench mob right there. I always say we got the best bench in the game. So
this is after Austin hit that game winner.
Mm-hmm. That's Ian Foster. There's Austin shooting again. That's against Blunt. That's after this big shot was made.
Chasing him to.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Ian?
That's Ian again. Yes, sir. He had a big game. He played big for us.
And I believe he hit that shot. He got the ball with about 3.5 seconds, and he shot it with right at 1.5 seconds left somewhere like that.
Yeah, he did. He got it, and then he mishandled the ball and actually accidentally dribbled it, so he didn't have a dribble left. That was kind of the play. If he didn't get it, he got to go off from there. But he got the ball, and like I said, that kid's something else.
Right. Well, Matt, who's our next opponent? There's a good shot right there after the win.
Yeah. Well, we play tomorrow night at home. We play the Wiregrass Kings. They're a homeschool team out of Dothan, but they're a really good team. Matter of fact, I believe they won the homeschool national championship last year. They're a really good ball team. They got a lot of good shooters, play a really high tempo game. Got some really good inside guys. We played them once earlier this year, and without Cross, and we pulled away late in the game. But they're a really good ball squad.
So Matt, Coach Brown, how does the format follow tomorrow night? Who will play first?
JV girls play at 4, boys play at 5.
JV boys.
Varsity girls play at 6. Varsity boys play at 5.
So we'll have 4 games of Pike LeBranch tomorrow. What is the admission to get in the game? Do we know?
Students are free. I believe it's $5. For non-students.
Okay.
So
now after we play the Wiregrass Kings, let's see, I've got the schedule here. It may have changed for you, Coach. Then do we go to Fort Dale on Thursday night?
Thursday night, yes, sir.
And that'll be a big game.
Yeah, then the following Monday is we open up area play with Valiant Cross.
And then
we go the return game to Morgan Academy in Selma. And then we turn around and play Abbeville Christian. And then Ezekiel comes here. The Springwood game, we're trying to reschedule it right now because we actually rescheduled it because of the Troy, the anniversary of the 200-point game. The big so that's the anniversary of that game.
Tim was there, yeah.
Tim was there on that team, yeah. I hated he didn't want to stay around with me, but
I tell you what, y'all playing a lot of games back to back to back.
Yeah, we had a long break in between. A little longer than I'd like to have, but they kind of stacked them one after another after that. So,
well, Coach, I don't have a roster of your players. Can you give us an indication how many seniors we have and name some of your players that have had a pretty good impact so far this year?
I have probably 6 or 7 seniors on the team right now. Some of them, a lot of them play, some of them don't. Some guys are just out there to, help cheer us on. Like I said, the big bench mob, as we call them. Right now, obviously, leading our team is Drew Nelson. I feel like he's been there for 100 years. But Drew is, I'd say, the heart and soul of that team. He really, he's the one that can get us going. Probably one of the most unselfish guys I've ever seen in my life.
Is he like your point guard? He's the guy that.
Well, no, Darryl Lee's actually playing point for us this year.
And Darryl, I think, this might be the first time. Did he?
He had a torn ACL, so he played at Charles Henderson his 10th grade year. As a matter of fact, he tore his knee up at that tournament we were in.
Wow.
And he sat out a year, and now he's over at Pike.
Yeah. And his heel. How many left-handed shooters you got?
I got Drew. I got Drew. That's the only 2 lefties I really got.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about this fella to your left?
That's Coach Coggins. That's my little buddy right here. He's
What grade are we in, Coggins?
3rd.
Who's your teacher?
Miss Gullidge.
Miss Gullidge. Now, do you play basketball?
Yes, sir.
Now, y'all are in a league at Pike Liberal Arts.
Yes, sir.
Usually in the afternoons that start around 5. Have you already played?
Yes, sir.
How many games have we played?
1.
When's your next game?
next week sometime. That
Next week.
schedule gets kicked off full speed in the next week or so.
And that's a great, even though it's, do they start with 3rd graders? Or 2nd and 3rd? But they have boys and girls, and that's the neat thing. Everybody gets to play if they want to play.
Start with first.
It's
first
first and second, third and fourth, fifth and sixth.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And will they lower the goals? Don't they have a goal?
The first and second graders play on the 8-foot goal. The third and fourth graders play on the 9-foot goal, and then the fifth and sixth graders play on a 10-foot goal. And then they got the older ones divided into boys and girls leagues.
Okay. So on our schedule, you got your JV team. Who are your coaches, Matt?
I got our associate head coach is Coach Laura Lee Jones, who's also the volleyball coach.
Okay.
And then I got Billy Jeff Coate, and then we got Charlie Schofield, who's also our JV coach.
Okay.
And then Max Copeland helps with the JV squad as well.
I've seen Max out there playing. Mm-hmm. Now the JV, how are they doing?
They're 7-1, 8-1. Okay. They had a rough start, but they're finally.
Well, you think they'll get an invitation to the JV state tournament? Is that like an invitation?
Yeah,
how does that work?
Invitation. It's 4 teams. I would anticipate they would simply because they're the defending state champions, and they'll have the record to go, I believe.
Okay.
So,
and I've seen them play just a little bit. I usually have to go every time the varsity plays, but I've seen them play a few times and enjoy watching them play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're very athletic, very very quick. And Coach Schofield does a great job with them.
And Coach, first part of February is when the tournament, these final tournaments starts. And,
yes, sir.
Now, who all is in our area?
Our area right now is just us and Valiant Cross. We had Success Unlimited, but they dropped out because due to COVID, their enrollment went way down. And then it used to be Northside Methodist, but they've gone to public school. So this year it's just us and Valiant. They'll reclassify. They'll remove everybody around again next year. So
now I've heard, but will we go to like 1A and 2A? You think next year? Have they said any kind of indication?
I asked Coach Hickson that a while back, and he seems to think that we're going to stay, but they're going to move a few teams up into our classification. Ideally, that would be what we do. Just make it 2 classes instead of 3, but.
Right. Because we have lost, we have lost 1 or 2 teams to the Alabama High School Athletic Association, but there's, a couple of them are hanging around. They'll finish out this year. And now in AAA, who are some of the powerhouses in AAA besides Pike Liberal Arts that are tough to?
I think Tuscaloosa Academy is kind of been the benchmark for 5 or 6 years now. They got a really good program there. Coach Sanderson has won the state championship, I think, for the past 6 years. He's been in the game every year. So and
that's Wimp Sanderson's son.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
What's his name?
Barry's his name. Yeah,
okay.
And his brother was the coach at Faulkner for all them years.
That's
but they've kind of become our rivals, I guess you want to say. They're the ones that beat us in the state championship 2 years ago. They beat us at their place last year, and then we were fortunate enough to come back and avenge those losses, I guess, in the big game. So
let me ask you this now. On the home front, let's talk about your family. I know we got Coggins over here. He's the
Youngest.
He's the
youngest. Yes,
the caboose, right?
Yeah, he is.
Let's talk about your wife and your two daughters.
I got my two daughters are Mary Clark and Maggie James. They're 11 and they are in the 5th grade. They're playing basketball as well and cheerleading and doing softball, soccer, and doing a little bit of all that. And then my wife is Jennifer Brown. I call her the Duchess of Dunk. That's the one that kind of keeps our whole house running for sure. She I don't know. We couldn't do all we get to do without her.
Now, how did you meet the Duchess?
She was the waitress of Sisters.
Okay.
And I like their sweet tea a lot. When I said that.
That song comes on.
Yeah, but no, she was a waitress of Sisters. And
where is her hometown?
Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Yeah, she went to ACA up there.
Yeah. And does she do something with the 4-H?
Yeah, she is a 4-H agent with the extension office here. She's the assistant agent, so she goes into the mostly Charles Henderson and goes to the banks and them for all that.
So this is your second year
the head coach.
As the head coach. Now, what in the summertime? What kind? Are y'all able to go to camps during the summer?
Yeah, we actually got to go to Troy's team camp this summer and play some pretty good teams there. We did pretty well. We went 2-1 there, but mostly in the summer. The thing about a small private school like that is you got a lot of guys who play baseball and a lot of guys who play football. So you got to limit the number who are actually. We have a 2-week window where we can all practice, and we take advantage of that. But then as soon as June's over, as far as July, it's time to let them go to their other sports.
Well, the thing about it is versatility, and all of them, they're versatile. They play different things.
Oh, yes,
and that's the part I like. Where, hey, if it's basketball season, let's play basketball. If it's baseball season, let's play baseball. If it's football, let's play football. Well, Coggins.
Yes, sir.
What are your interests besides basketball? What are some other things that you enjoy doing, Coggins?
Baseball and playing with Legos.
Legos.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I ever had Legos. But you like baseball too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about B-Bob? Y'all call him Big Bob?
B-Bob, yeah. That's my
B-Bob?
That's my dad, yeah.
Yeah. I graduated with your granddaddy, Bobby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Remember, we went to got those helmets that one time. Remember that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But I want to thank y'all for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
And again, we play again tomorrow night at home against Wiregrass Kings.
Yes, sir.
And the first game tips off about 4 o'clock. It'll be the JV girls, followed by the JV boys, then the varsity girls, and then the varsity boys will play that. And then next Monday, we travel, Thursday.
Thursday we travel to
Fort
Greenville.
Dale.
And then next Monday we go to Montgomery, play by Cross.
Okay.
We got that game a little earlier because the championship game.
There you go. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Roll
And
Tide.
Matt, thank you for coming.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
We appreciate it. A student of mine a long time ago played football for us. Coggins, we'll
Bye.
see you next week. If I don't see you before I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Let's have a great night. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you next week on Good News and Interviews with Forrest and True Lee.
Want a new Ram or Jeep? But you have no credit or bad credit? Bring it. We say yes. Bring it to Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Troy. Right now, save up to $10,000 on Rams and Grand Cherokees. Shop PremierTroy.com. During our Bring It sale. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
A personal touch, a high level of trust.